not be able to allow her to do that, so it gets
I think it's unfair
complicated.
to ask his wife
Okay,
to
well,
not
so-
consider it, and I'll gladly take that position if nobody...
And I'm willing to...
It's not,
to-
it's, I don't think it's fair to her to say, hey,
I actually think,
And
just
I'm willing to
listening to you
continue
talk,
on.
I think you would
BS
do
it.
a good job on that particular committee, personally.
So are you interested in staying
I'll-
on the
I'll-
sick bank also?
yeah, the sick bank, we actually didn't meet at all this year.
Okay.
The teachers didn't come back to the bank at all.
Would you
Didn't-
also,
I'll
the
stay
ask
on
me
that
for
committee.
the ask me as
Ask
well?
me.
I would have to.
Tim had both
No,
of
you
those.
wouldn't have to. It's a totally different set of meetings and
Yeah,
bargaining.
it's
You
completely
get an
different.
advantage because you're doing,
That's fine.
You
I mean,
kind of
I've
know
never-
what's happening.
Never
Okay.
sat on a bargaining, but
All
I
right.
would be fine.
And policy subcommittee, we have two currently on the policy subcommittee. It's my suggestion that we add a third because
I'll
of
be resigning.
absences.
I'll be resigning on that. I think we've done a tremendous amount of work. I think much of it is up to date, and my work is done on the policy subcommittee, so we have,
Tony, would you be up for that?
Well, we'd like to have three.
And Jim?
Yeah, I'll jump in on that.
Okay. So the three of us, Jim, Tony, and myself,
Those meetings will have to be posted now because that is a quorum.
they
Well,
were
they were.
posted
They
anyway.
were.
But they were never a quorum before,
Yeah.
were
Well,
they?
the quorum had to be
It was
both.
two. It was
That's why
two, so
three
if
may
one
be
person
easier.
wasn't there,
Okay.
we were in trouble.
They have been posted, I'm sorry, on the WFT.
Eric.
The sick bank is Eric,
No, for the bargaining.
the bargaining, Eric and Mike.
Bargaining, both for teachers and AFSCME.
I got it, thank you.
And then
Policy subcommittee,
I have that.
Mike is resigning,
Jim.
myself, Eric, and
No,
myself, Jim,
Tony.
and Tony.
Okay.
Health advisory, Jim, do you want to stay on that?
Yes.
Liaisons, I have no issue staying on the Board of Selectmen. Finance committee, Mike, you're on that one?
correct, I'll be resigning from Capital Improvement Planning Committee.
Oh,
Okay.
you didn't like that? That was fun.
They scheduled the same day I have meetings, Thursday.
Oh.
I can take a hint.
So we need a liaison for the finance committee.
The person that scheduled it knows I'm at the meeting.
I'll take the FinCom.
Typically, they meet in the mornings on Thursday.
Oh, FinCom?
Thursday.
FinCom.
No,
they're not
Still
doing
on
Mon-
FinCom.
Monday.
Capital is
Approval.
Thursday mornings, and
We're still
I,
on FinCom.
Never
FinCom
figure
is,
out.
those
FinCom
people,
is
those people
Tuesday
all
nights.
work, yeah.
Tuesday,
think of it as
nights.
Tuesday nights,
so Jim
as long as
and
people
Mike
can
for
go.
FinCom.
Yeah, you need a few more appointments there.
Capital
Can-
improvement,
Can one of you guys do the capital?
Can you
Tony?
capital
They meet
improvement?
Thursday
Yeah.
morning.
I work on, the only 2 days I actually do
I'll-
work
I'll
are
stay on
Thursdays
it.
and Fridays.
But
If they change their
the
day, I
time,
can gladly do it.
I can change.
What
if
time do
change
they
the day, I
meet,
can
Mike?
do it.
They meet like early at
8:30.
8:30. Like there's been, I know what you're thinking now, because I've been going to some of those meetings and rushing back, and it's like
Right.
crazy.
Right. I can't do that.
Any other
But
day
if
than
they
Thursday,
change
I
the
can
date
work.
of that, I can do it. So if
Thursday
you wanna-
mornings.
Who's on that committee?
Nope,
It would just-
you.
it would just be one of us from there.
Members of
Usually,
many other
it's
boards.
I go, somebody from the board, the school committee goes, Mike goes, and then there's other people from the community. Yeah, from the town.
Want me to do it?
Do you want to do that one?
Yeah.
The only thing,
Do you have the time?
this work
Once a week?
right away because it has to do with the upcoming, and I don't know if there'll be any more work about the upcoming bonding question. Do we have a date yet assigned for that?
No, they haven't put it
No,
out there.
this-
Otherwise, I would have already been out there.
3 weeks left then, because they only have 60 days to
Yeah.
post it. So there'll be, I don't know if they'll have any meetings on how to craft the question or if that goes to someone else.
Well, the question for the ballot goes to the Board of Selectmen. Hopefully, they would talk to people in
Right.
capital, but, you know.
So I'd be available to give you my input from having sat in.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to alert you.
And you'll see also, you know, the middle school three projects issue. Because we'll have to run it by
Cable
them.
committee, Eric, you're on that. They meet all the time, so can you pull that one out again?
I hope to be, because I tell you, I haven't been to a meeting yet, so I don't know about that one.
Missed one this morning.
Was there one this morning?
No.
I
No.
worked today, so.
Do you want to stay on that one?
Sure. Do I get free cable?
Dave, yeah. School improvement fund, I'm on that one, I'll stay on that one. And then the budget subcommittee, Mike, are you staying on that?
Those were mostly at night.
Yes, and I would suggest, where is that? Is that
Yeah,
on
we
here?
just
It's
added
not,
to
I
the
had to
bottom.
write it in.
Okay, so we're taking some things that are on the list, but some things that are not on the
Okay,
list.
what's,
Well,
I
it's
just
a
want to make
sub-
sure I got it right.
It's a subcommittee.
Yeah, no, I understand.
This,
but-
The
this,
budget
this list
subcommittee
right
one?
here
I don't know.
in the packet is the list we're going by.
But-
This just happens to help out with some of the names that
And is
got left
budget
out on this
subcommittee
list.
on that list, Jim?
No, we left.
Well, then
it
we
out.
can
That's what
skip
we're
it if
talking
you'd like,
about.
Mike.
No, I just, it's almost
We can just
comedic.
leave, we can leave,
I would suggest that the
You guys
budget
want me to do that?
subcommittee be something that Tony would be up to.
that would be perfect.
And then there's the green projects, is that considered a
budget
subcommittee?
That's the, is that the school building? Is that the one?
That's here.
That's school building.
The school building,
That's on the
I
list.
saw it.
That is
and
on
who is on that?
Right now,
Jim,
So what was the committee that, when we had the roof
The sub-
problem,
That was myself and Russ Kleber. We,
the
it
green
was the school
projects was
building.
made separate?
that's something
The
else.
building subcommittee is separate.
That's
It's-
involved, I think.
Right.
We dissolved because we were just, while we had the Macumber problem at the,
Yeah, that was just
that's
to deal
been
with that
dissolved.
issue.
So green projects
This
is
is
Jim?
green, yes,
Well,
that's the
it's
school
more
building
than-
subcommittee, that's the green
and
project.
/ green project.
Okay. 'cause
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it
would
was-
call
it was-
it building committee, school building subcommittee.
Right.
So
Karen,
We have one person for the school building subcommittee, and is that still Jim?
Yes.
Okay, so that's.
There's
Jim.
more community people, so.
No,
The issue of
the
having
school build,
a,
it's on this one, in your packet.
Okay. Yes.
And then
That's
we
Jim.
have the budget.
/ green
subcommittee,
projects.
Which.
Tony's
Mike
gonna
and
do-
Tony.
and Tony.
And Tony, so there's gonna be two people on that one.
There was, Tim was on that.
Okay. Now, what I'd like to do, if you don't mind, I'd like to just repeat what we have. to
Sure.
Make sure we're all in agreement.
Go ahead.
Okay. The WFT reps would be Michael Sullivan, Eric Larrabee. The sick bank WFT would be Eric Larrabee. The ASME rep is Michael Sullivan and Eric Larrabee. Policy subcommittee would be Michelle Duarte, Jim Bernard, and Tony Rivera. Health Advisory Committee, Jim Bernard. Board of Selectmen, Michelle Duarte. Finance Committee, Michael Sullivan, James Bernard. Capital Improvement, Tony Rivera. Cable Committee, Eric Larrabee. School Improvement Fund, Michelle Duarte. School Building Subcommittee, Jim Bernard. Budget Subcommittee, Michael Sullivan and Tony Rivera.
So you need a motion?
Yes,
In a second.
in a second.
Actually, you need to.
I was actually asking Karen, she needs a motion to be able to continue. So is there a motion for what, the spots that
For the
Karen just
sub-
went?
Motion that all the subcommittees with names listed
Okay.
prior,
Got it.
yeah,
And
just, that we
That was easy.
approve all the names that were just read off.
And is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? First, I'm sorry, approval of the minutes for Tuesday, May 24th, 2011. And Tony, you'll just abstain from this one.
Motion to approve the minutes of Tuesday, May 24th, 2011.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? No? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And approval of the minutes for Wednesday, May 25th, 2011.
So moved.
I was not at this one, so I'll be abstaining from this one. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain? And school committee business correspondence, there's just a magazine here, if anybody wants to take a look at that. And new business agenda.
On the new business agenda, I'd like to make a suggestion that the new agenda for the special meeting, as
That's
agreed to, will include
15th.
review of the budget from 2011.
Okay.
In addition, to have on that agenda the continuation of the reorganization discussion.
Any other new business?
Can I also ask if, because we're going to limit the agenda on the 15th because it backs up to something, but we also have the 22nd. A couple of the things that I wanted to bring up at that meeting, one was the school improvement plan drafts. They're not going to be quite the same way they were last year, because I think over the last few years, every time you go to this part where you do the school improvement plans, we're trying to do stuff that we don't have data on yet, because we don't have the MCAS until the fall. So I kind of tried to get the staff to give an update of where they are with the school improvement plan for this year, give a draft of where they think they're going to go with the school improvement plan, but actually do the school improvement plans in the fall once we have the MCAS data, and we can actually go and say, here's what the data shows, here's where we have needs, let's put it together. But I would like to have at least some level of feedback back to the school committee as to where we went with the school improvement plans for the 22nd, not for the 15th.
I want, on the MCAS data, do you get a total report, not the individual student scores, but do you get a early report? I thought there was a report that came out of the cumulative.
You get bits and pieces, but and it's only on the ELA, so you can try to make some plans.
So we
for
can look at
summer.
that when we look at the improvement plan, if we have that data?
Not for now. You can do it for the fall. The actual, what you're thinking of doesn't come until August.
I knew there was an earlier release, I didn't know when it was.
Yeah. No, he's talking about the general feeling for it.
The general information is public, it's on the first report, is that it's just
No, it's not public. It's just internal. It basically gives an idea of how the kids, and it's not all the information either. It's part of the information how the kids did in the ELA, so that if you're trying to put together groups for summer school, that kind of thing.
Right,
you
that's
can
why I thought
actually
it'd be
plan.
good to have whatever's available, so.
Unfortunately,
that was my question on that.
It's sort of available internally, but not for the public. Those don't come.
Some schools use it in public meetings for improvement plans. I'll find out what, well, I'll leave it up to us to look into that.
Okay.
Any comments from the public?
Anything else you would like for the 22nd? That you have an idea of what you want to see, or
22nd?
He's still on the next.
the 22nd?
agenda.
I'm thinking.
No, the next regular meeting.
Yes. the
Yeah, I'm
next
sure you'll have plenty for then.
one. Oh, sure.
I think the result of the next meeting will.
Yes,
we'll have-
there'll be some.
Because you'll have, the transfers go.
Transfer is we already set a date, I believe, the 5th, like in the afternoon at 1.
Is there a motion to adjourn to executive session for personnel, administrative matters, and scholarships?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Tony?
I'm going to let him know
Have to say your name?
Roll call it.
Tony? Aye.
Aye, Eric Larrabee.
Aye, Michael Sullivan.
Aye, Michelle Dewar.
Jim Burnett.
Adjourn.